Hey everyone! Welcome back to English Language Journey. Have you ever met someone for the first time and instantly thought, I don't know why, but something doesn't feel right? Or maybe you've chosen one option over another without any logical reason and later discovered it was the right choice.
I think we've all had moments like that. It's strange, isn't it? Sometimes your brain is still collecting information, but your instincts have already made a decision.
Exactly. And the interesting thing is, English has so many natural expressions for these moments. Native speakers rarely just say, I think so. Instead, they say things like, I have a gut feeling, I've got a hunch, something feels off. Those expressions sound much more natural in everyday conversations.
So today we're going to explore the language of intuition. We'll talk about those mysterious feelings we all experience, learn the English expressions native speakers actually use, and most importantly, we'll see how these phrases fit naturally into real conversations. Emma, do you believe in intuition?
Honestly, yes, I do. Not all the time, but there have been moments when I couldn't explain why I felt something. Yet later I realized my instincts were right. How about you?
Same here. I used to think intuition was just guessing, but as I got older, I realized it's often based on experience. Your brain notices tiny details without you even realizing it.
That's a really good point. Intuition isn't magic. It's your mind connecting information in the background. Sometimes it notices patterns before you're consciously aware of them.
Exactly. Imagine walking into a restaurant. Everything looks perfectly normal. People are eating, the staff are smiling, nothing seems unusual. But for some reason, you suddenly feel uncomfortable. You don't know why. You just want to leave. That's intuition.
And later, maybe you realize the atmosphere felt tense, or the service seemed unusually nervous. Your brain noticed those little details before you did. That's why we often say, my gut was trying to tell me something. Let's start with one of the most common expressions. I have a gut feeling. Ben, when was the last time you had a gut feeling?
Actually, last month, I was about to buy a used laptop online. The price was amazing. The photos looked perfect. The seller seemed friendly. Everything looked great. But I had a gut feeling something wasn't right.
Did you buy it?
No. The next day, the seller's account disappeared. Turns out, it was a scam.
Wow, that's a perfect example. A gut feeling is a strong instinct. You don't have proof. You simply feel that something is right or wrong. You'll often hear native speakers say, I have a gut feeling we'll be late. I had a gut feeling he was telling the truth. My gut tells me we should wait.
I like that last one. My gut tells me. It sounds very natural. It's like your instincts are quietly giving you advice. Now, here's another expression I hear all the time. I've got a hunch. Emma, is a hunch the same as a gut feeling?
They're similar, but I think a hunch is usually a little lighter, less certain. More like, I have a feeling this might happen.
Exactly. Like, I've got a hunch it's going to rain today, even though the sky is still blue.
Or, I've got a hunch Sarah is planning something special. Maybe it's her birthday. Maybe she's acting suspiciously. You don't know for sure. It's just a feeling.
I actually had a hunch you were going to bring coffee for me today.
Really?
Unfortunately, my hunch was completely wrong.
Maybe next time. This next phrase is one of my favorites. Something feels off. I hear people say it almost every day.
Me too. It's such a simple sentence, but it's incredibly useful. It means something doesn't seem quite right, even if you can't explain why.
Imagine you're talking to a friend. They're smiling, they're saying everything is fine, but somehow you think, something feels off today. Maybe they're hiding stress. Maybe they're worried. You just notice a change.
Or, imagine receiving an email that looks official. Everything seems normal, but one tiny detail makes you uncomfortable. You might say, something about this email feels off.
Exactly. It's a phrase you'll hear in movies, TV shows, and everyday conversations all the time. You know, Ben, I think almost everyone has experienced one of these moments. That strange feeling that something just isn't right.
Absolutely. And I'm curious about everyone watching. Have you ever trusted your gut and later realized you were right? Or maybe your instincts completely fooled you.
Tell us in the comments. Did your intuition save you from making a bad decision? Or did it send you in the wrong direction?
Here's a phrase that's a little more advanced. I have a nagging suspicion. The word nagging means something keeps bothering you. It refuses to disappear.
Like when you're leaving home, and halfway down the street, you suddenly think, did I lock the front door? You aren't sure, but the thought keeps coming back. That's a nagging suspicion.
Exactly. Or maybe after sending an important email, you suddenly think, I have a nagging suspicion I attached the wrong file. Then you spend the next 10 minutes checking your inbox.
We've all done that. Now here's one of the most natural expressions in English. I can't put my finger on it.
I love this one because it's so descriptive. It means you notice something, but you can't identify exactly what it is.
Like meeting an old friend after several years. You look at them and think, you look different, but you can't explain why. Maybe it's their hairstyle. Maybe it's their smile. Maybe it's their confidence. You simply can't put your finger on it.
Or imagine walking into your office. Everything looks exactly the same, but somehow the atmosphere feels different. You might say, I can't put my finger on it, but something has changed. Emma, do you think people should always trust their instincts?
That's a difficult question. I don't think we should follow our instincts blindly. Sometimes our emotions can trick us. But I also don't think we should ignore them.
I agree. Maybe intuition isn't meant to replace logic. Maybe it's supposed to work together with it.
Exactly. Sometimes your instincts are simply telling you, pay closer attention, not necessarily run away.
That's a great way to think about it. There are a few more expressions people often use. For example, trust your instincts, or follow your gut. Both mean listening to that inner voice before making a decision.
You'll also hear people say, deep down, I knew. I really like that expression. It means, inside your heart, or somewhere deep in your mind, you already knew the answer, even if you didn't want to admit it.
And another useful one is, I sensed something was wrong. Notice the verb sense. It means to feel or notice something without clear evidence. It's a wonderful word when talking about intuition.
Today's lesson wasn't just about vocabulary. It was about learning how native English speakers describe those quiet moments when feelings speak louder than facts.
The best part is that these expressions aren't just useful for English lessons. You'll hear them in everyday conversations, movies, TV series, podcasts, and even business discussions.
If you enjoyed spending this time with us, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to English Language Journey for more real-life English conversations.
Thanks for joining us today. Until next time, keep learning, keep speaking, and never stop enjoying your English journey.